My name is Jamie. I work at View Technologies Corporation. We're a virtual production studio and technologies company. I work in sales and business development, and I've been using DealHub for about 2 months. And so far, I'd give it about a 5 out of 5. Prior to using DealHub, we were using HubSpot and PandaDoc and that integration for sending out estimates and contracts. And there was a couple of things that made it kind of clunky. So it was nice to integrate over to DealHub because they had some solutions that our prior software did not. So, some of the main factors that led us to go with DealHub over our prior technology was, I really liked the logic questioning for the user experience on my end. I could, does the client want this, then that, this, then that, and it would auto-populate the pricing table, which is great. And then we really just like the presentation to the client. So it's a very nice presentation when we send a contract or an estimate over to them. And not only does it represent our brand well, but it clearly communicates the scope of the pricing. The onboarding was not necessarily super easy. There was a lot of time that did have to go into it, setting it up. Not to say that it's not worth it, and not to say that something that is as complex as pricing structure and scope of work. I mean, all that is very complex. So it was a heavy lift for people on our team to get it up and going. But now that it's up, it's great, and it's relatively easy to maintain and change things. Recommendations for anyone considering DealHub is to be very communicative to the sales rep of DealHub of how you're going to be using it and the nuances of your business. Every business is very different. I think in hindsight, we would have been a little bit more specific on how we would be using it immediately. And that probably would have guided and directed our onboarding and our training a little bit more. So yeah, just have lots of examples and samples of how you're going to be using it so that the DealHub representatives can best know how to get you up and going quickly.